Hey guys, today's video is going to be two fight plans, and also a request that we had was finishing fights. So we're going to go over that today. And basically what this video is about is two fight plans. We're going to finish the fights late. There's an easy combo from Southpaw position to deal with all the spammers, jab to the body to deal with all the spammers, shut things down. And we're going to do a real simple, easy sliding or stepping check hook that you can use in all of your fights. So that's the one of the moves we're going to do. We're going to kind of keep it simple, and the idea here is just to win consistently in OWC. And so we're going to be using a jab, the step hook, and then, like I said, two fight plans. So the character we're going to be using is the guy on the right. He's only 5'10". You can see he kind of it confuses or causes problems with the big tall guys. So everybody big tall guy. If you're new to the channel, basically what I do here is I got a lot of experience playing Fight Night, a lot of years. So I just use the shortest height and reach character in heavyweight, the worst division there is, but I do really good. So I just try to teach people like what I do to win quite a bit. So we're going to be talking about this jab quite a bit. Like you see in the picture, it goes under. But here's a character we'll be using. If you watch my brawler videos or basically all my videos, we don't use a straight to the head or uppercuts. So it's just a straight up brawler build. Level 20 hooks to the head, level 20 hooks, uppercuts to the body. And he's got a little bit of a straight at level 6, but and all of his defensive or durability stuff. So we're using a brawler level 90 heavyweight. And keep in mind that we only have no stats on our uppercuts to the head, no, and only one green bar on the straight to the head and the jabs. So, because we're going to look at that later and see how we can actually utilize all of our punches to win. So as far as camera angle goes, I prefer high or wide. If you're a new player, it stops you from doing unnecessary bob and weaves and also switching sides on the screen. So this is the first fight plan I just want to recommend for new people. This would be good for like a new person versus a new person, or a new person versus a like mid-level player. So the whole plan here is basically we're gonna just really watch. First of all, everybody's gonna be trying to step back straight, so make sure you're flat-footed. We're gonna let go of the left stick. You see, I'm right there. This is gonna be very, very critical that you try to do this. So let go of the left stick when you punch or block. That way, when people do the step back straight, they don't hit you. You're still right where you were. Okay, so we're gonna use this jab here. Remember, it's even like only level 6. So what we're going to do is kind of just nullify this guy. The jab to the body from orthodox position will go right under the straight, and it kind of nullifies everything he's doing. And so we started off as a southpaw with level 6 straight to the body. We switch our stance. Now we got that a little bit leveled up jab to the body. So we're going to kind of stay on our side of a ring, and we're going to basically want him to throw a lot of punches. All we're doing now is working on the stamina advantage, because we're going to use our tactics late in the fight to get our knockouts, and you'll win more consistently and easily, just letting the fight, let it carry on later in the fight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds. So here we go again. So now, and this is on my other videos, but we're going to do, say, flat-footed. You want to make that a habit, because especially early in the fight, you're going to block better, and it's prevent step back straights. And now you see the jab there. We can see it here in action going underneath his straight. And he did clip us. I was a little bit late throwing jab out, plus only level 6. But if you look at the mechanics of the game, it's going to go under his straight and basically cancel out his straight. Like if you look at Ali's facial expression, you'll see he got hit. So, like I say, you don't need a lot of stats on it. Basically what we're doing is we're just going to go very slow this first couple rounds. We want to try to keep our stamina near 100%. That's very, 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 very important. And we want to try to not miss too many punches or take a lot of damage. We want to make the other guy throw a lot of punches, and we're going to just kind of nullify his attacks with the jab to the body. First 2 rounds. And then occasionally we'll get there. But there's 10 rounds, 30 minutes. Don't rush things. That's on the top of the list. If you're a new player and you want to win a lot, you want to go on 10, 15, 20 fight win streaks. I don't know of anyone other than a spammer that successfully and consistently wins all the time, like just barging out and going crazy on the opponent. So you saw in a minute there we had him in or a second ago we had him in the corner a little bit, and I had the note up there: don't go charging in. I know you're gonna want to, but we're gonna just take it easy this first couple rounds. And you see, we got on that 260 pounds on us. Ali's 221 or something. So this also helps us from people clinching us and taking our stamina off. Now, because we have more weight, Ali's going to be faster. That's his strong point, and more agile. But we can, when we clinch from time to time, we can take some stamina off him. So the important factor here is the 100% stamina. We didn't take a lot of damage, but we have 100% stamina, and Ali's like lost 5%, so he's 5% stamina down right now. And what we're trying to do is work that to a number something like 20 minimum, hopefully 30. Sometimes their fights actually be 40. So we're gonna just take our time. We're gonna jab that body a little bit and make him throw a lot of punches, because the stamina advantage will definitely happen this way. And this is the same type tactics I use against the big, super aggressive spammers and everything. And it does work. This will win you fights. Okay, so we're just going to use our jab a little bit. And you can see, even though we have a level 1 jab, we can still use it. You don't want to have it as a primary thing, but for just getting through these early rounds, making the opponent miss a lot, that's fine. We can do that. You're going to see here in a minute, we're going to do a few step counters, just real easy little ones. So I'm going to flick the left stick on the controller down outside, so we slip outside of his jab hand. And then we're going to punch. So you're going to flick, punch, flick, punch. There we go. There's one. That was even just a step outside jab of the body. So that will add a little bit of power. And we can do that with any punch. And this works very good against orthodox straight spammers, because you step outside of his straight. So we can, usually what you want to do if you're going to use that against a real spammer online, you're going to throw a hook to the head. But like I said, the early round here, we just worry about not taking too much damage, not blowing our stamina. We want to try and go back to getting the round, this next round with still 100%. And make him throw. If you looked at my other videos, we have stuff about, feinting and all these things. So check those out to learn how to try and make him throw more punches. Because the more punches he throws, and these little body jabs going underneath, canceling it out and countering him, is going to really add up over time. So we're going to take it slow and easy, and we're going to always go for late KO. So I think here we're going to step outside and we're going to do a hook to the head. So we're trying it there. There we go. And again, we're going to flick the left stick down and then throw our punch. You can use the button or the right stick. And if we need to score some points, if you think you're down like by a point or a few punches, these score really well. So you can do that too. But the thing is, like, don't abuse it, because all these the steps take stamina, and you will eventually gas out. So you can't step hook, step hook, step hook. No, you can't do that. There's another one. And I remember doing this just to demonstrate for this actual video. That's why I made this. That's why I fought a CPU. Yeah, see, that's what we want already. His stamina is dipping real fast. We want those big swings in the stamina. And in a few rounds further up, we're going to get him. Yeah, I got clipped there. Not good, man. Not good. You got to avoid that kind of stuff at all costs. And if I had not thrown that straight to the body from my right hand, it probably wouldn't have happened. But anyway. Yeah, just another step hook. And like I said, against dudes that are throwing big power straights at you constantly, this will counter them almost every time. So you step outside, hook, step outside, hook. But anyway, see how Ali's just kind of whiffing here? That's what we want. They want to make your opponent throw as many punches as you can and miss as many as you can. And because the way the game works is after about 4 or 5 rounds, he's going to be a big stamina hole and you're going to win. So we're going to look here. Here's the important part. This is the most critical part of all of it. 100% stamina. Ali's at 92. So that's good, but you know, we still got more rounds to go until we get that 20% advantage in the stamina. So we want him down at, you know, 80, 70, while we're still way up near 100. Okay, now this is the combo that works really good as a jab to the head, hook to the body from the southpaw position. That hook to the body, especially being level 20, and most people throwing straights as an orthodox, that is like just really destroys their stamina. But we're not going to go crazy with it. You know what I mean? And you see here, after I throw it, I'm still standing there, and then I get the next one in. But so now this time we're going to throw a jab to the body, then the hook to the body. The most important aspect here is the hook to the body, and you can see that long jab there. That's what we want, because that hook to the body from southpaw moves his head out of the way for the straight. So if he throws a straight, which most people do, most people throw, statistically, most people are orthodox. Most people throw more straights than any other punch. So that's why I even just came up with the whole southpaw thing, because the southpaw, I figured out your head gets off the center line and your hook or straight to the body will counter his straight to the head. So, I mean, it only makes sense to throw a lot of hooks as a southpaw. So the jab, that's going to be, so we have our jab of the body in the middle of the ring from orthodox. We got the step hook, and then we have this, the jab to the head, hook to the body from southpaw. It's just that you can just do those 3 things. You can see how his head moves off to the right. And this is really when I find all these spammers, they're like ranked 25 in the world and stuff, and I win, it's mostly that mechanic right there. And it could be the same for you. You know what I mean? Everybody could do this.
Yeah, I mean, he's a sensitive person. He's a person that takes that sensitivity and he puts it somewhere in a place, as you said, sort of in the furnace that can burn strong. You know, this was during a time where...
So we already pushed up on him a little bit, and that was about as aggressive we need to get, is we don't want to blow our stamina. Remember, it's the 100% or near 100% is the key factor to all this. And also, you know, we could easily get clipped getting too aggressive too. We want him to be weakened before we really get aggressive with him. And most people online, even if they got monster records, they will throw and miss a lot of punches. They don't care. Again, here we go. This time we step outside of his jab again. So we're stepping off to his left, away from his straight. And then there's our hook. It could be a hook from either side, orthodox, southpaw, doesn't matter. And like I said, those score really good as well. So if you need some points, you think, just throw one of those, you know, you get some. Again, that hook to the body is going to naturally counter the orthodox straight to the head. So the low punch on the body, on the side of his straight, is what we want. You know, that will counter it. So if he was a southpaw, we would throw our right hand to his body. Okay, so this is going to be, you know, we weren't too aggressive in the ropes, you know, when we were kind of throwing those jab hooks. So we should be near 100 here still. Yeah, we're still at 100, so that's good. Ali's down at 91. And that's the most important aspect here. And you'll see that we're going to get a little bit more aggressive. But yeah, as the graphic says, the straight to the head is so powerful in this game. You have to avoid them at all costs. You really want to try to master not getting hit with straights.
Not always landing a lot, but keeping his opponent defensive and keeping him.
See, so we're going to try the outside, the step hook again. And in general, the punches from the southpaw left hand, especially the round punches like hooks to the head, all that, they counter the orthodox straight a lot more frequently than, let's say, if I threw my right hand like that. Actually, if I threw my right hand and he's throwing straights, that's just a recipe to get hit. That puts your head in the position to get hit, not away from. So now it's the fourth round. We got that, a little bit stamina advantage. So now we can ramp up the aggression just a little bit. Because all we're trying to do is hit him hard a couple times and make him react and try to get his get back. And we want to try to make sure we make him miss those. And remember, people are shelling up. Give him a push. That will drop his guard. Okay, so we're going to pick up the aggression just a little bit. You see here, I just did a lunging punch. But we want to keep most of our punches flat-footed punches until he gets a little bit tired, So that'd be like round 3, round 4. But we want to be very careful of those because we can fall victim to a step back straight easily. And most people, they're going to be throwing that a lot. So, yeah, we're not going to keep pushing him and chasing him around with punches. You know what I mean? We still want to keep our stamina up really high. And all we're doing here is just kind of give him a little bit more aggression. But we're not going to chase him around with punches. If he gets away from us, then he gets away from us, Now watch his stamina. You see, he clinched again. That's not good. We got all that weight on him. So we got him in a corner, so we might as well take some advantage of it. But also, we don't want to go crazy. We want our combos short and hard. So it's, 1 pause, 1 2 pause, 1 pause, 1 2 pause, And hard punches to break through the block. Remember, so we're just sitting there flat-footed. You know what I mean? This is why it's important, because he's on the ropes, going to maybe panic a little bit. He's going to be throwing a bunch of shit out there. And we're just going to wait for it. And, now he's got to come out and get... See, we just were on him, right? And we had him up on the ropes and all that. And then now it's the end of the round, and he wants to try to get like step back straight or power straight or something. So we're not going to do that. At the end of the round, this last 20, 30 seconds, this is where we want to try to really make him miss a lot of punches. And we don't want to miss any punches or take damage. We want to just feint this guy, do whatever we got to do, make him whiff and whiff and whiff, especially at the end of the round. Just conversely, at the beginning of the round, we want to watch out for any power punches coming at us. The first punch after the round break is the strongest, I think. So here we're at 90%, major factor. See, Ali, now the fight's carrying on. They get tireder and tireder. So we're at 98, he's at 82. That's getting to where we want to be. And those big stamina advantages is the key factor, other than avoiding straights, is basically the key factor in winning all the time at OWC. Stamina advantage. And this is how we do it. Okay, we can see here that jab hook. So we can use our jab hook when we got him up near the ropes. And again, that hook is going to go, that's going to counter his straights. And most people, as you all know, spam the shit out of straights. So that's why we want to be southpaw, and we want to work our left hand to the body a lot. You can see my head moves off the center line. So Ali just tossed a straight out at us, and most people will do this too. It's a lot more than he is, But so the southpaw punches from the left side, it basically nullifies, not completely, of course, but it helps tremendously in getting away from the straight punch spam from orthodox players.
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101.
Okay, so now we're going to,
You got a guy coming at you? No
if
better
we
way
can,
to
we're going to
stay
up the
in
aggression
front
even
of
some
your
more.
opponent. Make him pay.
We still got a lot of time. We landed some punches, so that's good enough right now.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half.
Again, there's a little step hook. See how it countered his straight. So even if you, regardless if you use this, these fight plans or not, that particular punch will help a lot. That was one of the things I learned a long time ago that helped out a lot. So we're flat-footed still. Okay. The jab hook. He's getting away from us. So we're going to be careful. We don't want to miss too many punches. That's super important. Now, yeah, see how we have him in the corner here and we're bashing him in with these power shots? Don't let people beat you out in the middle of the ring, by you going in and getting hit with something stupid. Make them do the same to you that we just did to him. You make him put you on the ropes and beat you up, Like, don't give him the bullshit. Now, more clinching. I don't think I replayed that, but, okay, end of the round. Remember, we're going to make him throw some punches, and we don't want to get clipped. Okay, so now we're getting into a point where, like, we're almost, as long as we don't get hit with a straight, we're almost guaranteed to win here. Okay, 92% to 75. That's really good. That's really good. We're almost at the 20% mark advantage. So this time we step off to the left. So we just flick the stick, to our left, and then we throw the punch. So that little step counter is something that you all should, especially new people, because all the experienced people already do it. You new people, you really have to implement those. You don't have to, but it's a really good, powerful tool, and as long as you don't abuse it, because you can gas yourself out. Because the left stick should be used more than just moving your character around. It should be used for dashing into people, like you flick the stick towards a person. You can do these stepping punches to the head or body. You got bob and weaves. You got all that. Most people just only step back so they can throw it straight. You can do a lot more. Yeah, we're going to hit him with something here while we got him on the ropes. And we can be a little bit more aggressive because, the stamina advantage. So that's the whole plan, really, is get them to where, you got that big stamina advantage, like we've already touched on. But that is the way to consistently win the fights. And by using the jab hook from Southpaw and just the jab of the body, jab of the head, even from Orthodox in the beginning of the fight, is good. Now, you notice I'm kind of going... We don't want to chase this guy with punches, right? See, he's running back, like, for what? Like, we're already up on score, right? Or even if it's even, it's still early. We've got a massive stamina advantage now. We don't need to chase anything around.
I just don't like the way he's going about his business here, trying to employ that strategy of fighting from the outside, but it's being met at every turn.
Yeah, well, you know what he's got to do now? He's got to slow down his opponent.
Yeah, see, we have the stamina advantage, we have the score advantage, probably. We have all the advantages now. There's no need to do anything, really. The main thing is don't give him back step straight. And we're at the end of the round, so we're going to make a miss, and don't get clipped. Yeah, see the body language? Yeah, and there's another one coming up too. That tells you, like, hey, you got a big stamina advantage now. So always watch the opponent at the end of the round and see if he kind of stumbles. So now it's 92 to 69. And this is, like, the most important aspect. Other than, avoiding getting spammed out with straights, this is what you need to do to win. Yeah, crouch down into the body shots and then head back and away for, you know.
Two-punch combo by Muhammad Ali.
So I can feel it in my controller. He's feeling a lot weaker. So now when we're going to get him, work him over on ropes, we want to really go low, high. Somebody asked me about finishing. This is how I usually finish. Not like 8 punches, 2. Low, high, high, low.
And it's clear to me who's controlling this.
Yeah, well, the reason it's clear to
So
you
we go low, high if we want to, like, you know, do damage. We go high, low if we want to take his stamina, you know, do body work. Because the first punch will get the hands up. Second punch is like what's going to hit him usually. So we go up, down, up. And only do this like on the ropes, because unless the guy's a noob, you know, if he's new, do it down the middle ring. But if he's doing step back stuff, only do it on the ropes. And you can see here too, we're kind of disrespecting his power at this point. You know, not completely yet, but we will eventually. But once you get a stamina advantage, like sometimes you can, we're going to do it later, you can even taunt the guy, you know, he can't do nothing to you.
in nice and tight.
So now we kind of like broke away from the action. So we're out back in the middle here. There's no need to, we don't want to get hit with something stupid. So we're going to stop, you know, our aggression, right?
At the halfway point of round 7.
And really that, you know, another idea too is like in the middle of the ring, you just want him to throw at you and think you're going to try to do something. But really, we're not going to really be doing a whole lot of fighting out of the middle of the ring. That's why we use like the jab, you know, to the body, things like that. Maybe a short combo.
I mean, he doesn't need a 20 by 20 ring. He could fight this thing in like a phone booth here.
No, he looks like one of those.
So yeah, we'll do our body jab now and the little step hook.
Not going anywhere.
Ali's doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well.
So this is really good for middle of the ring.
To go in the 7th.
See, flat-footed, we want him to miss a lot, and we just don't want to get hit. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, 90 to 62, that's almost a 30% advantage. That's what we want. This is how you're going to win all the time online, even head-to-head. Now we have a big score advantage too. Since we have that big stamina advantage, our punches are going to land harder and score better. So you have like basically a couple choices here. You could just cruise and get the decision, or you could cruise and move around, try to get a counter punch of some sort, or just kind of keep it going and or just get the late knockout. That's usually how most of my fights end up. Basically like this. And when you have opportunity to throw other punches, don't just keep throwing that jab hook, jab hook, jab hook. It's even here I kind of threw it a little bit too frequently, you know what I mean? So it doesn't want to be spastic, you know. You'll see it's getting in there, especially that hook to the body. And that's when, especially if he's throwing his right hand, that's just killing his stamina. That hook to the body and those power uppers, what really helps out a lot. See, he's stationary now, so we can throw some power. We just got to be careful because they're always going to be looking for a step back straight, always. So you got to be very careful. Short combos. We want to do some work on them. We can go low, high, high, low. Short combos.
Scores well to the head with the right hand. Good fighting, snapping shot by Muhammad Ali.
Okay, so we're not on him anymore. So, you know, this is going to be typical online. You know, people, you're going to be up there beating on them, and they're going to be trying to escape you, you know. And then when you get in the middle of the ring, they're going to want to engage you so they can land a straight on you. Don't do it. Don't give it that. So you switch your stance right here. We're up on score. He wants to hit us with the straight. We're going to throw that jab to the body to counter his straight punch. And we don't even need to be the initiator here. He's the one that's behind. You know what I mean? So that jab to the body will, from the orthodox, will counter the orthodox straight. See, so this time we change things up a little bit. We do step off to the other side, and we throw a body shot. But in the beginning of the fight, you always want to try to step outside of his power, so you'd be stepping to your right. But now he's not so dangerous.
No, because his opponent is not making the proper adjustments. You know, when the head is moving, the body's...
Okay, in this next round, I'm sure we'll get more aggressive here.
You paralyze that head. You start to take that movement away. Before you know it, the guy's not...
Okay, now we have this big stamina advantage, so what we want to do is use lunging punches and punches we haven't used much, because we're in round 9. It's time to finish the fight. But we got to be careful in the middle of the ring. You know, you could also cruise the decision. Always keep in the back of your mind, like if you're up on score or not, you know. So we want to use some punches we haven't used and these lunging punches. The reason why I want to use the lunging punches, they do more damage, and it just seems to really take it out of them at the end of the fight. We want to use punches we haven't used before, because there's a thing in the game called muscle group fatigue. So if you throw one hand over and over and over and over, and the other side that you haven't thrown, like the other hand, the other type of punch, is going to be really strong. So now we're doing perfect block. So you see I'm blocking right after he punches, and then I'm firing right back. I'm going to make it rough in here. And the perfect block, that's the benefit of letting the fights go long, getting that big stamina advantage. Now we can do perfect block, because it's not so fast and hitting hard. So we'll watch here. So I block it, bam. Block it. I'm going to hit him. We want to try to go on the same side he just threw from. I screwed that up here, but it still works, you know. So we're going to block and punch. And he's going to punch again. We block it. We're going to punch it. See, I got a lot more stamina now, so my punch is going to hurt him much worse than his is going to hurt me. So block and punch again, block and punch again. So kind of keep that going, you know, make sure you don't gas out though, you know what I mean? So we're going to block, hit, block, hit. This, when you have people boxed up, this, along with some bob and weaves, is going to, and pushing, we'll get that late knockout to finish the guys off. So we want to box them in and smash on him. So you're going to push him because he's shelled up. Okay, and coming up here is going to be a level 1 straight. So I haven't used that punch at all in this fight. Even though it's level 1, you see we get the stun. I get this online all the time too. All the time. We get a lot of stuns and knockdowns with level 1 straight. Now, when he's really tired like this, we also want to use bob and weaves. Or if you're in a situation where the other guy's tired and you're tired, you're like 50% stamina each, bob and weave is going to give you that extra power to get that late knockout, or knockdown rather. So we still got another round. We're going to try to finish him off, I think, then. I'm going to make him miss a lot of punches at the end of the round here. He's about done. So we're kind of dipping and fainting him a little bit. We want to make him throw. See that body language? So now you know you have the fight in the bag when you see that. You just got to be careful and take him out slowly. So 96 to, or 90 to 46, it's a wrap. So he's going to need a step back straight to win. So keep that in mind. Like you see a lot of other videos at the ends, like, you know, when I show that stuff, that's basically what they all shoot for. You got to look out for that. So, but really, we could basically kind of steamroll this guy now, and we're going to just disrespect his power. Now, we kind of did a dirty trick here. So what we're going to do, we can even take more out of him. You know, those low blows actually do damage, you know. And now I'm kind of getting sloppy here. But you see, I'm going to try to do some lunging hooks to the head this time, the high-low, and then mix probably with bob and weave here. some pushing.
A well-placed left hand up top.
See that push straight with level 1. It doesn't matter if I'm Southpaw, Orthodox, or whatever. The level 1 punches still will stun the guy. And 90% of the fights I see online against new people, the biggest problem is they throw too many straights. See now uppercuts. I haven't thrown any uppercuts. Remember, we have only a few points on our uppercuts to the head.
Drama to be played out in this round. Ali's in better shape than he was moments ago, though.
Yeah, physically I agree with
Now this support, he's running away. We're going to switch stance. We want our back foot in the way. We need to move. So if he's moving to our left, we're going to go Southpaw. If he's moving to our right, we go Orthodox. See, there's some lunging punches. He's done, you know.
Now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Boy, oh boy, that's tough to take.
Yeah, lunging punches, unused punches, pushing. Even you can use a taunt. There's no way he can knock us out without a back step straight. Even wouldn't even do that now. But these lunging punches is we're going to kill him. Same thing with the bob and weaves.
And this round comes to an end.
Slug it out with this guy, all right?
Well, this has not been a close fight, Teddy. The bully's enjoying a big lead on your scorecard. I'll tell you another thing. He has paced himself. He has plenty.
Yeah, so you want to try to catch this guy with either, like I said, the punch you haven't thrown much, or a bob and weave. And here I remember I was actually trying to do this leaping hook thing for this video. You don't want to spam it like that and keep missing though. But you see we're bobbing and weaving stuff. And another thing, notice I'm trying not to get too close to him. I want some extension on my punches, even my hooks or uppercuts. Okay, so this is a dirty trick too. Like we have enough points that we could foul this guy all we want as long as we don't get DQ'd, you know. I'm not saying you do that to anybody or anything, but it helps if you need to, or if they've been spamming you. See, there's our bob and weave, and we get the late knockdown. And the bob and weave, man, I get it, almost every fight I get knocked down with bob and weave. It works so well, especially late fight. I would have to say my favorite way to finish people is the bob and weave. Especially when they're punches, because you know, obviously, you know, it's going to add power on it because you're catching them in mid punch, you know. Now we're doing uppercuts. Remember, we have no stats in the uppercuts. There we go. You got like 2 green bars or something, 3 green bars in the uppercut. So that's how I finish fights is pushing them around and hitting them if I have to, if they're running away. You bob and weaves, like lunging punches. Like if they're trying to run from me, I will let them get some distance so I can just automatically do the lunge into them. And but anyway, and so our stamina, our punch stats percentage 55%. Like that's not the best. You know, you really want to shoot for low 60s, 61, 62. But that's a lot. But it's still decent. You know, 55 is not too bad. So in this particular fight, we're going to be more aggressive. So this is another fight plan. Same characters, obviously, everything. So what we're going to do, though, this time we're going to throw a lot of hard body punches. We've got to be very, very, very careful of step back straights and power straights. A little bit with side step uppercuts. I'm talking about online CPUs, not going to play like a scumbag, you know. But so we're going to throw a lot of power shots to the body. And remember, muscle group fatigue. So don't just throw like a left uppercut because that's all you have leveled up. You know what I mean? That's going to actually gas you out. So you got to, you know, and it won't do any damage either, you know, after you throw like 3 or 4. So you got to switch hand, you know, switch muscle group. Again, we got to really online. You got to be very, very careful of all the crazy bullshit spam. like all the way until like round 6. So you gotta really be careful with this. Like I would recommend the last fight plan for a newer person. But anyway, still same thing, especially with the stamina. I think, we took a little bit off him. That time I engaged it because I want to try and do as much damage as I can to him here. And then we want to stay flat-footed, let go of the left stick when we're doing these punches so we don't get caught with a step back straight. And see, I'm just kind of sitting there blocking. We have all this toughness and stuff, so we're not going to run away from this dude. In this fight plan, we're going to go forward. We're going to get hit, so what? We just need to kind of hopefully not get hit too hard. But I would only recommend this particular style for someone that's able to like recognize the step back straights, all that, because it's so powerful. It'll beat you. In fact, I had a posted video yesterday of a level 0 straight. Spammed the computer and got a TKO stoppage with like no stats on the straight, none. So we're going low high. Okay, so we got 2 rounds of aggression, and then we're going to chill for 2 rounds. We've got to be very careful of stamina. And if you're landing in the 80s, man, like that will not work. That will not work, man. You gotta. And we're looking at so that's not so good on the, 53 is not too bad, but it's not great either. But your stamina, you got to really, really watch that. But like I was saying, if you're in the 80s going in round 2, that's why it's going to be hard to win a lot like that. It's going to be very hard. So more power shots. If we have to rough him up a little bit because he's shelled up, we'll do so. Just we're kind of doing like what we were doing at the end of the fight last time. A little bit of bob and weave, but the punches to the body, and then some lunging punches to the body if we think we can get it. But missing those like I just did will destroy your stamina. And this is number one thing you need to look out for when you do this is missing punches. I know, like you see on other videos, like people like missing all these straights and shit. They're cool with a 26% connect rate. Not cool, man. You got to be in the like mid 50s, like minimum. That's what you want to shoot for. So go predominantly to the body early with power, so you can break the guard, and the body will land a lot easier at first than the head. So obviously. Okay, and occasionally I'm throwing to the head. Like, I don't want to be a complete body spammer, but like the most efficient way to do this though would be just stay down to the body, because we don't really care about score these first rounds. It's more like a late knockout type fight. And if you can, try to keep like a little mental note of what is landing the best in the situation. Like I'm missing a lot of those left hooks. Like the uppercuts are landing better, so I really should just kind of focus on those right now. But again, like switch your sides. Muscle group fatigue will make it where if you throw 5 uppercuts or 3 even to the body for the same hand, it's just going to lose power, and it won't have any power after a certain amount of punches, even if it's level 20. Okay, so we're 83% stamina. He's over at like 88, I think, there. So we used a lot of stamina. So we did 2 rounds of some aggression. What we're going to do, we're going to let the body shots seem to take like 2 rounds to kick in. Like we were not going to see the results of that with him slowing down for another 2 rounds. So we're going to let that take effect now. And again, like we're just going to protect ourselves. We can go back. We can use that jab of the body. But even we want to be really try to what we're trying to do is rest. We want to get as much stamina back as we can. We don't want to use very much stamina at all. So 2 rounds of aggression, 2 rounds of chilling out to let the body work kick in. And again, that little body jab will nullify his straight and usually his attack. So what we want to do is get this. We want him to throw and miss. We want him to throw and miss. It's super important. That will really accelerate the body work that you did, to see the results of that stamina wise. Because it's not instant, it's not, you don't just land like 5 hard body punches and he's tired all of a sudden. It takes a number of rounds to kick in. So it's kind of boring, and even the first fight was boring too, I know, but that's how you win consistently and go on these big streaks. I think I got this guy like 32-1 or something, 32-2. Yeah, Samuel Kramer beat me, man. Thought I had that fight. He's got a real good fights on his channel too, Samuel Kramer. Just search Fight Night Champion Samuel Kramer.
Straight right hand comes in. Last 10 seconds of round number 3.
He's a really good player. He looks like a clone of Krushner. You guys see him too, Krushner. Just type in Fight Night Champion Krushner. His whole channel is all spam. Like all his fights are spammers, almost like 95% of them. It's hilarious, but he beats them.
Ali's enjoying a lead on Teddy's scorecard. The first time we look at the scores ringside here tonight.
Okay, so score is not really important at this point. We don't want to. We're just gonna still chill one more time, one more round. Remember, level 1 jab. You can still use it. In fact, the last fight, I threw most of my punches. I think I threw 210 jabs or something. I threw mostly jabs that fight, even no stats. And that happens online too. Sometimes I need to do it like that, and I'll get big wins. You throw in a jab that has got no stats on it. And remember, this is very important, especially for you new guys. Like, you have to have a strategy of some sort. And, when you're going to lose a fight, you want to lose a fight with the guy is really earning it, Like, not a power straight out here at the big cheap spammer build. The guy is going to, like, work you back to ropes and just beat you up with skill. That's how you if it's going to happen, that's how you want it to happen. Like, don't give the spammers a cheap cheap win. This time we step again, little step hook there, just get some points. Not super important or anything. Yeah, get that out of here. But one of the big mistakes I made when I was learning was I would kind of halfway do these tactics, but I would get caught up with trying to keep fighting. You can't do it because you only have an X amount of number of punches. Okay, and the way that I kind of figure that out or formulate that is like I kind of go off how many punches I've thrown in a fight when I go into round 10 with 60% stamina. So if if that's 635 punches, that's basically my number. So everybody's different. The weights and your accuracy, your connect percentage, how many power punches, all that. But generally, as a heavyweight, with like inside fighter, you want to be, I don't know, 550 punches to 620, something like that, for fight totals. Okay, so we chilled out for 2 rounds. Now we're going to get a little bit more aggressive. And only when he's up on the ropes.
He sees the shots coming, and he's making up his mind they're not taking him anywhere.
You got to be very careful of missing punches, though, because we can burn ourselves out. Now watch Ali's stamina. See how it's starting to swing really good? So that is by letting him kind of stew, letting his body work from the first 2 rounds kick in from round 3 to 4. Now our whole plan now is just not to gas out and not get hit with like a straight. And by gas out, I mean like accuracy, not like that. See, I missed that big hook. That's a problem. Every missed punch is a big deal.
Holds on there.
Okay, now we're not on the ropes anymore, so we're gonna take it easy here. Kind of flat-footed. Now I can feel him. You know, he's not as strong as he was, so that's by letting the body work kick in. You know, now we can kind of start, not so much this round, but we can start kind of just really disrespecting his power, you know. And again, when you get beat, when you lose a fight, it should look like, you should be looking like Ali, where you're just getting beat down. Like, don't lose fights getting hit with bullshit in the middle of the ring. That's what a lot of people try to win like that. Don't do that.
I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel.
So 79% now stamina to his, what, 60? So that's kind of letting things, you know, the body work soak in. And I think like the way I look at it is like it's like a pot of stew, man. You're just letting him stew. You know what I mean? Like, so if he felt really strong still, like the last round, like I would let him just I would keep doing this. I would let him stew, let him stew.
So I would think there's some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities.
Because the more he punches, the tireder he's gonna get, and the weaker he's gonna get.
The bully's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand.
And it's only what, round 6? We still got, well, you know, 4 rounds, you know.
Nice job there, hooking to the body. Not precise at all by Muhammad Ali.
See, we still try a little bit of the high-low or low-high now. And also even some bob and weaves, because he's starting to get, you know, fatigued here.
You see him holding on.
But we don't have it in our mind like, oh, I'm going to knock this guy out now. You know, no, we want to see signs like him stumbling, you know, at the end of a round, or you hear his, you know, his breathing, or you see his mouth open, or whatever. You know, you want to make sure he's ripe.
And just grabbing onto his opponent. Nice jab there by Muhammad Ali. Nice work, the left hand to the head.
I could have done a few of the slide hooks here too, or step hooks, but I think I only did a few.
Working our way towards
But the thing is, like, if you're going to lose a round, you know, you want to do it with a purpose. Like, either reclaim, you know, or, yeah, basically reclaim stamina. Like, you know, you want to hold off on using your stamina. Or you're going to do body work, because the body punches don't, you know, really get a lot of points for you. So make it a purpose. Don't just lose a round and blow stamina and, you know, your health. So you can see that the stamina advantage is really starting to pick up. And again, that's the most important aspect to this game to win. Here I'm doing the low-high, the high-low to gas them out more. So the second punch is usually the one that's going to land best, I think. And that combo is really good. The straight to the body, left hook to head. I did it a few times so you can see that. Try to learn that combo. It's very, very, very strong. The left hook to the head really cracks hard.
To make himself move his hands at the right distance. Keep the guy away from him.
Ali's opponent knows exactly what the game plan can be now. That counter punch landed with some success.
And remember, short, hard combos. You don't want to do like a 4-punch combo, anything like that. You want short, hard combos.
Halfway through the 7th round.
And it's funny, you know, because sometimes overall, like, a lot of people don't put any stats on their heart, you know, for their body. So sometimes you'll be finding people be around 6, 7, especially you just kind of let them stew. And man, there's nothing left. I have a fight like that. I should probably post that. Like, it was just completely obvious that the dude had no body stats, and he's rated 90 too. So he probably put it all on his straight to the head, the uppercut for decisive uppercut, all that shit. So yeah, just like the last fight, we're just gonna pound on him here. We're trying to get the perfect block going if we can. Push him around. Hard punches.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Muhammad Ali. And that's the end of round 7.
Keep the jam pumping and throw the lead.
Okay, typically round 7, round 8 is going to be the area of the fight where you're going to start really starting getting some stuns. You're going to start scoring more. You know, that's where you're going to, win the fight. So you see that bob and weave caught him really good there. Another one. Another one. But yeah, with this particular plan, again, like you're gonna go hard for a couple rounds, then chill out and let the body work kick in. And you have to be very disciplined, man, because like I was saying, one of the things that I did that to screw me up for a long time was I kept fighting when I should not have. You know. In round 3, I went hard in round 1, 2, and then round 3, I kept going, and now you just gas out. And missing punches got to be accurate when you're doing the body work.
Good work by the bully. The halfway point of round number 8. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Now hugging on the inside. Teddy, you saw that coming. You said he was waiting for that.
Yeah, what he was doing was
Yeah, see, that's what we want right there. We're going to push him so we can hit him, you know. We can't just let him block and, shell up on us. And we can push and throw any punch. So we got uppercuts to the body, uppercuts to the head, hook to the head, hook to the body, straight. Do them all.
Boy, another solid round for him. Teddy, this is one of the best displays of precision punching we've ever seen.
And if precision had a relative, had a cousin, guess who it would be? It would be timing. Because the timing has been perfect and has allowed him to be so...
Yeah, he's done now.
He's got his guard up really
And we can even use the tactics like in the last fight, do some jabs to the body to stop him from, doing his desperation knockout attempts, which is always going to be a straight.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by the bully. Ali's gone into a defensive shell, but that's...
Now, here again, we're going to use some punches. Oh, it got caught there. We're going to use some punches we haven't used. Some lunging punches probably here.
Going into that peekaboo defense that he is, he knows he's handcuffed, so he's putting together 3, 4, 5 punches where normally he would only throw 1 or 2, worrying something's going to come back.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Muhammad.
And remember, switch your stance. Like if you need to move to the right, go orthodox. Have your back foot right. You go left, be a southpaw. Because people are gonna run, man. They're gonna run. They're gonna spam you. You can do the body work. They're gonna be trying to knock you out with straights, like over and over and over. They're gonna run like a bitch. You need to be able to catch up to them. Because it's hard to get. Sometimes I know it's hard to catch a decision win when the dude's just running, man, for like 3 rounds. They'll catch you. They'll get up on score with spamming straights, power straights. You might be up on score. Now, this is important. See that straight to the body? I haven't been using it. You saw the damage it did. But anyway, they're going to run, man. They're going to run. So switch your stance to catch up to them. My brawler video has a lot of that. Yeah, now I'm just dicking around with these lunging hooks. I don't like this. I got the Fraser style on this guy. I don't care for it. Most people think it's the best one. I don't know. I don't like it.
There is hardly a doubt as to to what this result will be. I know anything can happen, but all that's happened all night long is one guy punishing the other.
Well, it looks like Kobe Bryant on a good night when that.
Yeah, so 72 to 48. So at this point, like, this doesn't even matter, you know. It's in a fight, we're way up on score. So now it's just a matter of, you know, getting him out of there or just winning a decision.
Ali's feeling the impact of that powerful hook. Not much action as he just ties up. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there?
Yeah, so once again, bob and weaves. Definitely practice that offline. It's a massive, massive tool to use. It helps me win so many fights, man. So many fights. And the jab to the head, the hook to the body, or you know, the jab period, body or head from Southpaw, with the hook after it. Finishing fights with like these lunging punches, pushing them around and hitting them. You know, the perfect block. Try to get that going where you just block, hit, and then he's gonna hit, punch back. You block that, immediately hit.
Reach the halfway point of round 10.
So definitely play offline, and you know, and just do drills like this. You know, just play the computer, make them gas out, and then you know, finish them off. And when you go online, you know, it's gonna be much tougher, of course, but it still works absolutely. Man, you can see I do pretty good, you know, and it's just from that. So you can see, so he's so tired that we can even taunt him, and this is something that you can do online as well. I mean, it's kind of disrespectful and everything, but you could actually do it. I've won quite a few fights, actually. You know, like just getting a feel and a knowing where if the guy's too exhausted to do much, you know, you can do this. Especially, it's good against guys shelling up, not wanting to punch. You make them throw, and then you know you counter them. You know.
Wow, look at that. He comes back with a power punch after taking one himself. What a great display by the bully. Ali's looking like an absolute mess as we start round number 11 here. And the scorecard proves it to be true.
Yeah, tell us the story, and guess what? It's a short story. He's losing.
See, he can't hurt us now, really. So, you know, you got enough stamina left over, you can just throw big pot shot haymakers at him, you know.
Demolishing hook by the bully. Big shot. There he goes. He goes down from that headshot.
Yeah, level 2 uppercut.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Muhammad Ali. Folks, this is no rope-a-dope. The bully's pushed it a little too far with those low blows. Well, he's going to lose a point there. He was going to the crotch so much, he should have asked his opponent to call.
See that little series there just did him in completely there.
Super two-punch combo by Muhammad Ali.
And it's a good drill to do too. Play against the CPU and greatest of all time, especially Ali is a good sparring partner like that. And just get him to a point where he can't you know, hit you back, or he can't hurt you. So again, if they shelling up on you, you know what I mean, like give him a little taunt, and then a lot of times this will play out like that. So anyway, I think this wraps it up. Thanks everybody for watching, and one more time, I got this the coming up here is a stat sheet for the fighter. We're going to see it. It's just a brawler or inside fighter. Most important stats are your chin, your block, your heart, and then the gold toughness boost, and then your combos, like in that order. But I would say the gold toughness and your chin and block most important. And then your heart and your combos, and then your punches. And again, I got a brawler video you should check out where we actually do real brawling. Okay, anyway, this is just the OWC stat sheet with all the gold boosts and everything, and to give you an idea of the stats. So what's important is the toughness and the power, and so I'll put a link in the description for that. Also, yeah, thanks everybody, you know, and for the people that requested to play, like, that's cool. You know, I'd love to do that. The thing is, right now I'm trying to find time to play, so because I got so much stuff going on. I'm making some stuff and all this, but anyway, you know, when I can, I'll definitely do that. And also talking about that, another person asked me like, "Oh, you should fight this guy or that guy," or people have mentioned that, and so that's cool. I will. I don't mind. I play everybody. I always have. So that's cool. I'll do that. But my channel here, I'm here just to teach people. I'm not here to like brag about how good I am or anything like that, or be adversarial. In fact, I try to promote other channels. I recommend people like C. Samuel Kramer, Benjamin Plays, Alex Stark Sniper, Krushner, all these guys. There's a lot more I'm forgetting off the top of my head. Like Y4SL, I think it is. Like they got there's a lot of good players that are not spammers, dude. So but I did. There was one guy that request I fight this particular guy. I actually looked the guy up a couple days ago, and man, every single fight, bro, is like 440 straights and 280 side step uppercuts and it's like 6 jabs. So I'm not calling dude a spammer, but his punch stat says it all, bro. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what my whole channel's about. I don't mind, I'll do it and everything, but it's not fun, dude. It's like you have to figure out, is he gonna throw a triple straight and a side step uppercut? It's like mentally draining, especially it's like I don't get anything out of it. Yeah, I can handle those guys and shit. I don't care. I'll try it, but it's like it's not. I'm not looking forward to it because it's not fun, bro. It's like playing Call of Duty 1v1 in a small town. And you get a fucking Derringer, and the other dude gets a Spaz 12. You know what I mean? So, but anyhow, yeah, I do that. But I talked to a guy on Reddit to try to get onto a card. So yeah, I'll definitely do it. I'll do well, but I think it would actually be a lot better. It would actually show real skill if the dude used like my character and I use his, or we both go with Butterbean, or we use character that have all the physical attributes but no punch stats. That will separate and see who's the best skill wise. So that would be cool. I would look forward to swapping characters, that's for sure. See how they do it, like no straights. You know what I mean? But anyhow, appreciate it, everybody, and yeah, take care, and I hope this helped y'all out.
The bell to end that round. He was getting battered there. Tyson's lucky the bell rang when it did.
But it's little consolation to him because guess what? There's still plenty of bells, and they're not the church bells ringing in his head.
And the ref looks at him and says, no headbutting, hands out the warning. Bam Bam's doing well here with that two-punch combination. Scores well to the head with the right hand. Nice block that. Oh, he is big shot. How is he going to survive this once again? Work in training camp is now paying off. Oh, that's got to hurt. White's knife could be going. Both men landing.
It's been a long time since I've seen something.
Look at that. Late goings here of this round, and he goes. It's going to cost him a point. Remember, the referee had warned him previously.